Welcome to Bionic Life. My name is Kevin, and today I want to talk about the Stihl HT133 pole saw. And this is not my saw. I borrowed it from the guy who makes my prosthetics for a community service project that our 4-H club was doing over the weekend. I got a chance to use it a little bit, but my kids handled most of it because, we were cutting some pretty heavy stuff. Tonight we're at our church, and we're going to go ahead and trim some trees around the perimeter that have encroached, and they're hanging pretty low so that when you're mowing they're always hitting you in the face. We want to eliminate that. There's also some fruit trees that we're going to prune up, and I don't know if I can reach them, but there's a few oak limbs that are dead that typically will self-prune, but I'd like to drop them if I can. I used it a little bit over the weekend, but not really enough to develop a sound opinion. You really don't want to start it with the bar and the chain in the dirt. This is a pretty big branch. We're going to come back around with the Massey Ferguson and the little 180 chainsaw and go ahead and trim these up into pieces that we can manage and dump them down over a hill. We're going to leave them lay for now, or we can get a bunch of kids and drag them. That works too. Is that one down far enough, do you think?
I thought it was still a little low hanging, but
this one here?
Maybe with loppers or something.
You know what? We just noticed another branch that needs to come down. We're going to try the extension feature on this thing. Boy, it pulls out hard. If it was unwieldy when it's retracted, it's really going to be unwieldy now. Heading back at it. I think I'm going to have to come in from the other side. This is the branch I'm going for. End up tripping myself here. Yep, I can get it from this angle pretty easy. I don't know if you can see it on the ground. There's a little hole, like a woodchuck hole, and a trench, and that's throwing me off on this side. So I got to be a little careful. Voila! Good enough. Wild blackberries. We're going to sample those. I guess we're going to cut this branch right here where the saw is. We're going to knock this little guy off. Then I think this guy is just going to get lopped off as far up as I can reach it, whatever that is. let's give her a go. This method of starting is way easier than trying to keep the bar off the ground without support. This thing has a little grab hook on the back, but I don't think it's all that effective. It really doesn't do much. Fresh smell of pine. Yeah, there's a branch in the way. We'll undercut, do the undercut, try to come over top. There we go. Worked like a charm. On to the next one. There is a bunch of poison ivy back in here. This one's pretty much going to lay where it lays. There we go. This guy's got to come down. There's a hole right there. Make me fall down. Chain. I think the chain tension is fine. It's I'm pulling kind of hard on it right there, and it's not coming out of the drive links. They're not coming out of the bar, Probably just the way I cut that last branch gave it a little pinch. So far, so good. Although it is a lot of work. Let's see how it works getting up off the ground with nothing to push off of. This is one of those things where you might want to advise younger viewers in the audience to turn away. Probably not the most graceful way to get up, but it works for me. Kind of like loading a muzzle loader. Never get your hand over the end of the barrel. Now that we're almost done, I realize if I cut the branch on the furthest end and come back towards myself when there's a gap in between everything, it's a lot easier. Well, let's keep going. That seems okay, doesn't it? Or should I hack it?
Hack it. So we knocked down about 10, 12 branches, probably on 6 or 7 trees around the perimeter of the yard. And the pros is you can reach under heavy, dense vegetation and get stuff that I wouldn't be able to get stumbling through
the brush with this prosthetic. So that's one plus. I can get into heavy, dense vegetation and knock a limb down if need be. So that's a good thing. You're not climbing up on a ladder. You're not riding around in a bucket of a tractor. So you're keeping your feet planted firmly on the ground, and that's a plus. Also, bending down to trim up or break the branches down into manageable pieces for the front end loader, which we are going to do at a later time. It's getting a little dark, and you can do that without bending over. That's kind of a nice thing too. One of the cons is it's a little heavy, but I think that's mitigated with a harness, which I didn't get. Borrowers can't be choosers. I'm just thankful that we had the use of the saw and made it much more bearable. The other thing is you really need to have a helmet on. I got one limb that I wasn't quite ready for it to come my way. I thought it was going to fall straight down, and it sort of came at me. So it's good to have a helmet on. Oh, another pro is I found that I don't know, I haven't looked into this much. I just bought the gas that he told me to get, and I got the steel mix 50-to-1 93 octane in the steel can. It was like 36 bucks for a gallon. I'm not sure exactly if this might be a 4-stroke. I'm going to look into it, but I'm saying it now without looking online or looking in a manual to see what it is, but I'm pretty sure this is one of those mixed oil 4-strokes, like a Moto Mix or something like that. But it's a very quiet motor. It's very torquey for what it is, and it does a pretty good job with a sharp chain. The other thing is I had a branch not go the way I thought it was going to go. Having the hard hat on is pretty vital, and you know, having the screen, you probably have some. If it was really windy, I could see where the screen on the face shield would be very handy. Thanks for watching.